I can reduce this a little bit. Okay.
Uh-huh. And it looks like we are live. Are they seeing the right amount of us, or?
Yes.
Haha. We are live. Yes.
And there
hello.
won't be any feedback, fortunately.
Yep, no feedback yet. But anyway, hello.
Hello, everybody.
We are the HeyDudes.
The HeyDudes. I'm Dan.
And I'm Scott, or Hey and Dude, I guess.
Hey, dude.
And we are continuing our series of interviews called, I don't know, the Dudes interviews. Mm-hmm. We haven't really given it a name after all this time. But anyway, our guest tonight is a good old friend of mine, Mr. Paul Koster. And can we switch to the view where he's on the thing so he's not just lurking in the background as a secret voice only we can hear?
Of course, of course.
Just a moment. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
So,
Paul.
hello, audience. This is Paul, and Paul is a playwright, actor, and I think we called him a fiend in the
fiend. Yeah, it's a pretty accurate description.
Yes. Now, I've known you for a fairly long time, Paul. I think you're one of my first friends in Toronto. So I've known Dan for about 35 years. I think I've known you for about 30 or 31.
Yeah,
that sound about right?
It was going on the beginning of the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was 1990. I moved to town, and I think I met you at a theater sports class, either late 90 or early 91.
I'm gonna go with 91.
Okay. All right. Well then, 30 frickin' years, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's
a
the
good
crazy.
duration.
I remember we had worked together a couple of times in an improv workshop, and then we had a scene where we were doing the Devil and Barry Manilow. and you turned to me at the end and said that's a sketch, and so we started a sketch troupe based entirely on that. The sketch troupe was Power Tool Prophecy.
Yes.
And we did a lot of strange things, which had an inordinate amount to do with religion. I don't think that was deliberate necessarily.
Well, you know what? Looking back now, I can say that it was probably very deliberate.
Okay.
A lot of my plays that I'm writing right now seem to end up having some kind of theme to do with religion or the church or something.
Yeah, metaphysics seems to be a lot of your thing. In general. Yes. We also had a later sketch was Leave It to Nostradamus.
That was one of my favorites, actually.
Yeah. And there were a couple of other good things, and of course we usually use some kind of religious imagery on on our posters. So I guess that was a thing. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. We did a lot of improv shows, a lot of sketch. Yeah. You were part of. I've mentioned this on a couple of interviews recently, but you were part of the Canadian Space Opera Company, or CSPOC.
Yes.
Which we did a lot of. We did one live on stage serial over 4 weeks, and then thought that's hard, and then. And then we did radio plays from there on in,
yes,
which were a lot of fun. I quite enjoyed you as what was your? You were the space emperor of some sort in.
I was. You
remember the character name?
You know what? I don't, but oddly enough, I remember an audience member that we were incorporating improv in it.
Yes.
And we asked a woman about her husband if he had a nickname, and it was the Captain.
Oh, I see.
And I remember that we had a popularity vote.
Oh, yes.
And I came in second.
To the Captain?
To the Captain.
Beautiful. Yes, I remember that. Yeah. Yes.
Speaking of radio plays that was previously mentioned, I'm actually a huge fan of, As you know, I'm a huge fan of Superman.
Yes.
But there's like the Adventures of Superman radio show.
Oh, yeah.
From the late 30s, 40s, even went to the late 50s, I think. There's thousands of episodes.
Yeah.
Some missing, I believe.
Yeah.
But those are really fun to listen to.
Oh, yes.
So
yeah.
I do really applaud both your efforts of keeping that genre alive.
We had a lot of fun. Actually, the first we did 4 total radio plays. Is that about right, Paul?
Let's see. We had 2 that we did at the Fringe.
Yeah.
And we had written a 3rd to go to stage.
Yeah.
That the show got canceled.
Yeah.
Which no fault of our own.
Yeah.
And then yes, we did a 4th when we did the radio show on CIUT.
The CIUT. Oh, and there's also I think we originally called it Steampunk This, but the Dirigible of Doom.
Yes.
Yes. So
that's a cool name.
Yeah, that was our first, and well, it was our last radio production at the time. But it was a steampunk radio show on powered by Tesla coils. So I
like that.
Yes, but our first show, I think Paul missed a meeting, and so we decided he'd be Foley guy.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. So, but you had a ball doing Foley. You really kind of made that shine because you and Sam had this great playoff where like we do this on stage in front of an audience, so they'd be watching us do the radio play, and then we'd be recording it while we're doing it. And you had some great interplay with Sam over getting your cues right and getting the right kind of sound. It was just like it was hilarious. I remember that.
Not only that, but he would I would have to do the sound of running down a hallway, so yes. I would actually physically get up and run on plywood, and Sam would go, "Wait, it's down the other way." And so I would have to run, to do it again.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
But I got my revenge on the final show.
I think didn't you were supposed to do a water splash and you splashed him in the face?
Yeah. I was supposed to pour it all over me.
Yeah.
And instead I dropped it over my shoulder and hit Sam square.
Nice.
Which was perfect because I couldn't see where I was aiming.
It was absolutely perfect. Yes, I remember that show. We had that was a great time. That was in the basement of the old CIUT building on the U of T campus, which was just a house, and the studio in the basement was like this house was built in the late 1800s, and it was a rock-walled basement with low ceilings,
nice.
And I think they had covered up the original dirt floor, but it was still,
And it was a bit of a labyrinth too to get there.
Oh yeah, and it got really hot down there too. I was really surprised that we managed to get an audience. I think part of it was we called that show Casa de los Fantasmas because it was a horror piece set in Latin America in the 30s, and because of that we actually got a sizable Latin American contingent in our audience who really dug it, even though our Spanish was terrible.
Well, Sam was the only person even remotely playing someone of Spanish descent.
That's true. Yes. Well, I was too. I played Little Pepito.
I'm sorry, you're right.
Yep.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
I am the greatest no-legged tracker in all of Argentina, senora.
And we're banned. Okay.
Now, Scott.
Yes.
Do you remember the opening?
Oh, yes, I can do the opening. For the radio shows, we came up with this conceit that it was an anthology horror show called Out of the Closet, and the intro went something like, "When the midnight bells chime and send shivers down your spine, what else could cause it but the horrors that ooze out of the closet?" Yes,
that's great.
So yeah, I can still do that.
Yes, you can.
20 years later, so there we go.
Yeah.
Yep. It was a whole.
And then
Christmas.
we actually managed to get into the new CIUT building.
Yes, that was a much nicer room.
But it was just as hot.
It was just as hot. Yeah, they didn't. Yeah. So everything's hot in radio. That's the lesson, people.
Yes. No air conditioning whatsoever.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. The microphones are too hot. Too hot. Yes. So, I've known you for a long time, but I have not seen you in a bit because of the pandemic.
Yes.
The thing you may, for those of you who may not have noticed, there's been a whole thing going on. No, I think our audience by this point knows.
I think they have a slight indication.
This is the entirety of my living arrangement right now.
Oh yes,
So
yeah. You just
I'm completely cocooned.
perfect. Yes,
while the pandemic goes on.
that's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, you look very snug there with those room divider thingies.
Yes. We exist in a basement where there's nothingness outside.
Yeah, it's all brick.
Yeah, so just brick. Everything is brick.
See. Floor is brick.
Floor is
Ceiling is
back.
brick.
Ceiling's brick.
Bed's brick.
Yeah, that gets tough.
The toilet's brick.
Yeah. Brick toilet. Yeah, built like a brick toilet.
Yeah.
No one says that.
I don't think anyone ever. So can I show you Thick Man?
Oh sure, let's see Thick Man.
All
Yes,
right.
this is our newest edition. This is you found this on YouTube or something? This guy?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just we didn't. We should probably credit this. You could probably look up Thick Man and find him in green screen and add him to your own podcast.
Yeah.
This is a DIY dream.
He's on YouTube.
He definitely needs proper acknowledgement.
I think so. Absolutely, yes. We should all dance like Thick Man. Yes. So, okay. So, we invite you on for a few reasons, not just to reminisce because I haven't seen you in a while, Paul, but also because you're doing things on the internet. You somehow have managed to have a playwriting career while the internet is going on, which is
oddly enough, I have to credit a group called Sing for Your Supper. For helping me get the creative spark going again. They're a monthly gathering of actors and local writers who, the writers will bring in scenes of a script or a full short play, and the actors will cold read it. And I did that for a good amount of time. And then when COVID hit, it moved online.
Yeah.
And because of Sing for Your Supper, it started getting me interested in writing shorter and shorter plays.
Cool.
And as opposed to the mammoth 90-minute pieces that I would do.
Right.
Now it's like my shortest play is 5 minutes.
Yeah. Now you had a couple of your big old plays staged by actual people. You did you do 2 of them in the Fringe or just 1? I can't remember.
I did 2 of them in the Fringe.
And then you've had them staged in a few places
Actually,
across
3.
Ontario.
Three.
3 in the Fringe? Okay.
3. That's right.
Yeah, and you've had them staged around Ontario. And you've had them staged in the U.S. and a few other places as well, haven't you?
Not the Fringe shows.
Okay, but you've had
one of the short plays that I've written.
Oh, cool.
Recently was performed by a group in the U.S. in Los Angeles called Kentwood Players.
Oh, cool.
They had an open call of script submissions, and I sent in one of my short plays, and they liked it, and they produced it.
Awesome.
And it's on my YouTube channel right now.
Okay, cool.
Yes, and I will put the link in the chat right now, and I will also...
So is that the one we're currently talking about, we were going to show, or is that a different one?
No, this is a different one.
Okay, so we're actually putting up a link to another one, which just premiered on Friday. We had originally been planning on just showing a clip from it, but if you're okay with it, Paul, we're going to show the whole damn thing, because it's like
sure.
It's like 5 minutes or so.
Yeah,
and it's a lot of fun.
It is.
So can we?
Very much fun.
Can you do the thing where it appears on the stuff?
Yeah.
And switch the view somehow so we see it.
Yes.
And one moment while we make the technical things technical. And can you put us in the thing? There we go.
Right.
Haha.
Oh,
Here we go. We are playing a play.
Oops. Shit.
There should be sound.
Are you hearing it at all?
I'm not hearing it.
Really?
Are you sure you can't hear it?
She's
Positive.
here? Good. Send her in.
Hold on.
Thanks for coming in on your day off.
Okay, apparently other people hear it.
Sure you can't hear it?
Or do they?
You make
No,
me
positive.
It's appreciated.
Do you want
Oh,
to?
maybe.
Now,
No,
I'm
I
not
don't.
here because
Okay.
of
It's okay
my
now.
close
It's okay now?
rate. I'm nearly 80%.
There are concerns over your methods. Let's talk about Cinderella. She's the one with the evil stepmother,
And 2 wicked stepsisters.
Oh, I got the lines there.
Drizella and Anastasia.
They forced her to work as a scullery maid.
Let's talk about Cinderella's wish. She asked you, her fairy godmother, to attend Prince Charming's ball.
One of my easier assignments.
You requisitioned a pumpkin
For the coach,
and turned 2 dormice into horses.
I worked with what I had.
Why not actual horses?
Who are you? The obvious police?
You magicked a sparkling blue gown for the dance
It matched her eyes.
and glass slippers,
Yes.
which expired at midnight.
What's a story without obstacles?
You are aware our insurance doesn't cover footwear that can cut up the soles of your feet,
She needed memorable footwear.
which she lost. And according to our records, you didn't insure them.
I didn't need to. Charming found one.
But they should have expired at midnight.
Loophole. He needed to find Cinderella. It's a story they'll tell their kids.
Will it include Aunt Drizella chopping off her toes and trying to squeeze the bloody stump into the glass slipper?
An unintended consequence.
Which opens us up to a lawsuit.
Would you rather I used ruby slippers?
Oh, let's not go there.
It only took a house falling on Nezeroz's throp for her to inherit hers, for Dorothy to inherit hers.
That hurricane was an act of God.
Interdimensional travel is not an act of God. It seems to me that accident could embroil the company in a wrongful death lawsuit by the Throp family. Oh, but that's right. Her sister Alfalfa died too. Did you bring Galinda up on the mat? Or did she get a free pass because Gale exposed the wizard for the charlatan he was?
The damage is done. We can't risk putting you out in the field.
What's my suspension this time?
There's no suspension.
I'm fired?
Well, you've left us no choice, Verna.
This is some bippity boppity bullshit. You'll be hearing from my union.
It's a great line.
Don't forget to stop by payroll.
You've already cut my check?
It's standard operating procedure. If there's nothing else,
What do you want for dinner tonight?
chicken?
I'll pick one up from the market. But I'm still pissed, Gerald.
I know. Send in Mary Poppins, please. And bring me a spoonful of sugar.
Jesus.
God damn.
Classic. Well done. Excellent.
Yeah,
No, thank you.
they're cleaning house at Witch HR.
Yeah, you know, I actually sent the premise of the piece came out because Stage Right Burlington, who is hosting this, put out a call for scripts that they called flip flop fairy tales,
Oh, okay.
and the idea of, and you and I have done a lot of fractured fairy tale work.
We certainly have.
In our improv days.
Yeah.
And I sat on the idea for a couple of weeks because I didn't think I was going to have anything for it until I came up with the line, "This is some bippity boppity bullshit."
It's a great line.
Yeah.
I love that line.
If there's ever a line to base a show on, I think that's it.
It's a keeper.
So based on that, I was able to work backwards and realize that she was getting fired, and making it Cinderella's fairy godmother.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, there was a lot of holes in that story, so I think you did the right thing there. Yeah. We did Fractured Fairy Tale. For those of you not in the know about improv, is a game where you take a fairy tale story, but you retell it with some kind of change. Sometimes it's changing up the genre. Sometimes it's sometimes it's changing up the stars. I seem to remember a Fractured Fairy Tale that we did with different stars and with a cavalcade of stars, and I did. I was one of the evil stepsisters as Orca the killer whale.
Yes, that's right. I remember that.
Classic.
Which involved I kind of did something like ah!
I don't think
when
killer
the shoes
whales
didn't
sound
fit on
like
my
that.
fin.
Yeah, that's just weird.
That's what I do.
I don't think any killer whale has ever made a noise like that.
I think I don't know. It was I'm approximating now. I think I got a better whale noise off at the time, but it might have been the acoustics of the space. So yeah. I
have to look that up sometime on YouTube.
Yes, I think
what
so.
What do orcas sound like?
Exactly? And
I'm sure it's not like.
Listen, okay, the audience believed it.
All right.
Okay, so this pandemic has actually been kind of helpful for you as a playwright.
I mean, yeah, I haven't been writing about the pandemic though. I realize there's a lot of people who are doing that.
Yes,
and again, as you mentioned earlier, my stuff I tend to have a bit of a metaphysical bent.
Yes.
To my material.
Yeah.
Because I have issues with religion.
Yeah.
So
that's okay. A lot of folks do. It's Dan and I would be of that opinion too. This is one of those things where I don't want to get too political about stuff because we have all kinds of people, but I think the experience of the collected people here is that religion can mostly suck it.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
the bad part.
There are good things. There are good things about it, but then there are things that I personally disagree with.
Yeah,
and I mean, I grew up in a household where my parents divorced, and my dad was kicked out of the Catholic Church because he got divorced.
Right. Yes.
This is going back to 1970s.
Yes.
Right.
So that kind of thing, it's like, I was being brought up in the church, and yet they were excommunicating my father, which I couldn't understand.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. My brother-in-law's brother. Well, it's complicated. He like my nephew's other favorite uncle is an out gay man, and they actually my nephew Travis's grandparents wanted him raised in the Catholic Church, but his father couldn't. It didn't like the idea of having to explain that one of his favorite uncles was going to go to hell. So he did get a religious upbringing, just not that church. And I mean, he mostly free thinking these days, like a lot of us. Yep. I mean, personally speaking, if religion works for you, great. Just know that if you're using it as an excuse to mess around with others, that gets dumb really quick. Anyway, that's as political as I'm going to get on this, because I've been trying to avoid making people upset at us. I mean, I don't really.
And yet you brought me on the show.
I know what I do. It's just a thing. I mean, like I don't want to. It's not that I don't want to get people upset. I just rather not have the show be a downer. But instead, we'll be happy about the lack of God, or something of that sort. I am digging a hole right now. Dig, 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 dig. Yeah. I'm like a little gnome in that way, or a dwarf. And
a little gnome with a shovel.
Yes.
And a mission.
Yes, exactly.
Holes.
Get Disney Plus on the phone.
Or Netflix. They're
or
buying
Netflix.
Everything right now.
Absolutely, yeah. We should get Netflix on the phone.
He's the gnome holder.
That's another thing. Actually, you were talking before about people writing about the pandemic. I noticed early on in the pandemic that I started to see a lot of movies and shows showing up on the streaming platforms or getting that probably got the green light to be put on because they were already about a pandemic. But later on, I started to see stuff that was shot during the pandemic. Yeah. And because of what's been going on in the real world, I haven't been inspired to see any of them.
Fair enough. I mean, I think it comes down to escapism. You know, right now we're all so locked in to our homes and whatnot. I mean, we're under a stay-at-home order right now, or what have you.
Yeah.
And so it's we can't travel anywhere other than for groceries.
Yeah.
Or pharmacy, what have you. The people need that escape. They need to travel, even if it's just through a TV or computer screen.
Yeah. I mean, I can. I've gotten out occasionally here and there during the pandemic, and obviously I moved. But for the most part, if I'm sitting in a box all day, I don't want to watch a movie about someone else sitting in a box.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of this stuff will be interesting in a couple of years. Sorry, what was that, Dan?
That's Twitch, basically.
Yeah, Twitch is
people in boxes
people
watching
in
other people in boxes.
Watching other people in boxes. Yeah, and then playing
box watchers. But
box watchers.
That name was taken already. An
it's
adult site.
Oh dear God.
Yeah.
Oh,
box watchers.
Box watchers.
Subscribe today.
That's right.
We watch boxes.
Hot box on box action.
Cardboard like you've never seen it. Oh dear God! Look at those flaps.
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of this stuff will
like the duct tape.
The
I sound like
box stuff will just go on forever. I know that. Oh Jesus.
Corrugated.
Oh dear. See, and then it's come to this. This is how we get to 2-hour shows.
Yeah.
But.
Start going on a roll.
So, a lot of this stuff I think will be interesting in retrospect a couple of years from now. I'll want to watch all the stuff about people in boxes because I'll feel nostalgic for it or something. But right now, I can't. So I'm glad that you are doing stuff of people out there in the world doing other things. Now, I'm just interested in playwriting as an art form, or playwriting or performance as an art form during all this, because I think one thing that's really interesting about all this is how much of the arts have moved online and actually done fairly good on it. Like, we've seen stand-up shows, we've seen improvised shows, and a lot of plays where people are working back and forth with their from their living rooms. Nikkei did a whole show where everyone was in front of a green screen. That's another interview that you'll be able to. Well, actually, we might need to repeat that since we've had some archive issues, but we'll have her back on and talk about all that stuff. But so how has playwriting and play performing been for you as a playwright and for as an actor and other things during all of this?
I mean, it's great when the inspiration is there.
Yeah.
I like most other writers deal with a certain amount of writer's block.
Yeah.
But it can really help you focus in a odd way, because you're not as distracted. You wake up, you go to your computer, you work for the day. There's no traveling. There's no, you're not burnt out at the end of the day and having to take that trek home.
Yeah.
And whatnot. You walk a few steps and you're in the kitchen and you're making dinner if you eat at a normal time.
Yeah.
And, that actually frees you up. And even during the day itself, maybe on your lunch hour, you're writing down an idea or a piece of dialogue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that kind of stuff used to get me in trouble when I was a temp. So...
What's this? Oh my god!
Yeah, I know. What you were supposed to be working on the T5 reports. What happened? What is this?
And
about
yet you're
Godzilla?
writing Thundercats fan fiction.
Exactly.
You see, when Roseanne Barr meets the Thundercats,
that's
the sparks fly.
Sparks fly, my friend. Get fanfiction.net on the phone.
It's called Thunder Roseanne.
Oh. Roseanne Thunder.
Roseanne Thunder.
Either way.
Roseanne
Either way.
That would just be weird.
That would be weird. Have you written that already, Paul?
No.
Okay.
No, but now that you've said it, I'm sure somebody's going to steal it before
going to steal
we get a chance.
Yes.
Well, I still really want to work on my time, like Hitler learns how to time travel and a hero has to chase him. And like the working title is Back to the Führer. So it'll be a classic, I think.
Yes,
yes.
Yeah.
But I digress.
Yeah. I think
hey, there's a cat on
It was a long road for that joke.
it really
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
Yeah, it's well, you see, the pandemic allows you to create jokes in a much more
kitty.
nuanced fashion now. So
That's Izzy.
Izzy, I see. And
Hi, Izzy.
Yes, is Izzy your agent, your road manager?
My road manager. Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
But unfortunately, we're not on the road.
I know.
Oh.
She's got to manage something somehow.
Yeah, so she's got to interrupt me every time that I'm doing something important.
Well, that's fair. I mean,
Well, that's what cats are born to do.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, here she goes.
Here she goes.
Yeah.
Here she
Here
goes.
Come to visit you.
Let's all watch this, viewers at
I
home.
can tell her. I can tell her that I'm on
how
screen
cute.
and this isn't the time.
Yes.
Sniff, sniff, sniff.
Mm-hmm.
But
That eyebrow.
she's going to
smells good.
insist.
Yep. Well, this is how fascinating it is. We have a few viewers internationally every now and again. I don't know if anyone's showed up in the chat, but for those of you from home domains, Ontario, Canada is still in a lockdown. Although apparently we reached 40% vaccinated recently.
Oh, have we hit 40%?
Yeah, just the other day apparently.
Yeah, and in fact, Scott and I's age group will be eligible for the
vax, like starting tomorrow at some point.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to
Thank God.
get on the phone and I have some medical conditions that in theory would make me up the list, but my age apparently happened before my medical conditions. So yay!
as these things do.
Hooray for getting old.
Yes, hooray! So yeah, so that's what's up. But is the cat is still on your shoulder? I thought
The cat is insisting on being a part of the show.
I see. Now, did he actually? I think I was distracted by my own voice for a little bit. Did he actually make it into your lap and then back up to the top of the chair?
No, she only made it to my shoulder.
Oh, okay, because she was reaching down. I saw her.
Oh, she wanted to jump down.
Yeah. Did you discourage her, or did she just decide?
I discouraged her.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
But she's still gonna hang around.
Oh yeah,
Well,
of course.
she's settled into a good kind of quoth the Raven spot next to you now. It's kind of, yeah.
Just loom over you.
Yes.
Watching.
Quoth the kitty, give me food.
Now, something that we have discussed with other guests, there seems to be a big surge now in online stand-up comedy. Do you have any friends who are into that at the moment, or what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's a
Like
great tool
Zoom
to cut
comedy.
your teeth.
Right.
If I mean, it's harder to get an audience reaction unless you're encouraging people to keep their mics on while you're doing your set.
Right.
But I think it's a good place to like really give people a chance to work out new material.
Yeah.
Get comfortable, you know, because you're facing no one really. You're facing a camera.
Yeah. We had Kelly Zemeckis on a little while ago. We're going to have her on again because, as I said, we had some archive issues. She has managed to tour quite extensively doing this. She's done stuff in all over the U.S. and I saw a bit of her show in Scotland. Like she's kind of been all over. I know that a lot more play stuff is getting done that way as well. Actually, I have a question. When you do plays, do you often like have a virtual audience, or I mean, I guess you would with Sing for Your Supper, which is that.
The Sing for Your Supper, you do have a virtual audience, and you'll get reactions in the chat, and after the scenes, people will talk, and you'll get some really good feedback. It's tougher when you're like, for example, the play that I did last month with Kentwood Players in Los Angeles. Yeah, they posted it on their YouTube channel, and I mean, watching the number of views click beyond 200 for me was just astounding.
Awesome,
because I didn't realize I was reaching that many people through their group, which was awesome. But also, reading, there were user comments, so I like to say that I write in a vacuum, and I'd love to be able to hear the feedback, because I don't know unless somebody reads my piece and tells me, yes, this is funny. I tend to generally doubt it, but my wife is a good gauge of the material, and she'll tell me if it sucks.
That is handy.
Yeah,
it really is having someone handy to tell you this is good or this isn't your best work.
Well, I've certainly found that the internet can often be the harshest critic.
Well, this is true.
Yes, that's why you need to stop performing in front of troll conventions.
Yes, troll conventions.
Posting your live feeds on 4chan.
Well, the big thing I learned is you have to keep things tight and short, because attention spans are shot these days. So, like back in the day, my writing did tend to go on too long, and I learned I post stuff on the internet, and people say, "This is too friggin' long. Cut out 13 of the adjectives before the verb and stuff like that.
Cut out all the thes.
The thes, no punctuation.
That's how the internet.
Well, no, but it did teach me a valuable lesson that way. So
I am just joking, but you are correct. One of the most valuable lessons I ever learned about writing was the phrase "kill your babies," and oddly enough, that's not about infanticide. It's about the idea that you may feel that this particular line or scene or character is the best thing you've ever written, but if it doesn't fit the story, pull that thing out. Maybe you can use it somewhere else, or maybe you can just put it on a wall somewhere and admire it on its own. But like, tweet it if it's a pithy quote. I mean, honestly, but you do need to kind of serve the story and brevity and the art and make people want to pay attention and not have it dragging in the middle. So you need to cut that shit down. That's these are lessons.
In the scene that you showed, the short play, where did I put that thing, which is actually an inside reference to Cinderella, because that's the name of the song.
Oh, okay.
That Cinderella's fairy godmother sings.
Okay. I did not know that.
See, here she goes. Here she goes.
Yeah. Oh, there she goes. Right,
heading for
the lap.
For the lap.
Yeah.
Right to the lap.
Tail up, bum and face.
And sticking her ass in that face.
Yep. There we go.
And I get to say, "Is he no ass face?" for the 100,000th time.
Awesome.
They have no shame, cats,
No,
I tell you.
They don't. They really don't have any shame.
There's a lot that I like about the way things are done on the internet. Like, well, actually, okay, I just started. I just started the other day watching a bit of. I forgot the no late show thing that Lily Singh is doing.
Oh yes.
And she does a lot of sketch where it's just her playing like 8 different characters, and they even managed to do some scenes where she was 3 different people in the same room, which I thought was impressive.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, the idea that you can just kind of do it by yourself with clever editing is also kind of a neat idea. And you can do a heck of a lot with just a little bit of stuff, and this has really been an interesting test of that. So it's really interesting to see, you know, something that, like, honestly, like that. It didn't take me more than a moment to lose the fact that they were basically on a Zoom call in that in your play just now, for example. Like, I mean, you know, I could see the two of them in the same room, basically, even though.
Yeah. That's what you hope. You hope to at least have the illusion that they could be in the same room.
Yes.
The play that I wrote that Kentwood did, State of Independence, they specifically wanted it to be reflective of being on Zoom.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So that actually took a little bit of rewriting. And, well, it to be honest, it took one line of dialogue and then some rejigging down the line.
Okay.
But ultimately, you know, like Zoom is a very viable platform for the performing arts.
Yeah.
And I think it's here. I believe it should be here to stay.
I would like that, actually, because I have found, like, even before the pandemic with my wife Stephanie, I've mentioned this before, but if you're new to the channel, my wife passed away last year, not because of the pandemic, but she was ill during it, and we've devoted these shows to her memory and to Paul's
Memory
Dan.
of my
You're Dan.
son.
You're Dan.
Yeah, I'm
Dan's
Dan.
son.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just forget names like crazy.
Memory of my son Eric,
yeah,
who
but,
passed away 2018.
Even before the pandemic, the two of us were kind of cycling between either broke or sick, so we weren't
both.
getting out to a lot of shows.
Broke and sick.
So,
And sick of being broke.
So yeah, all those things. So we didn't get out to a lot of things. We actually wound up seeing a lot more events and talking to more people during the pandemic than we had been for the year before. So I mean, it sucks that we're not able to reach out and shake hands or hug or wrestle with people.
But it gives us motivation to do the show, and while they've been starting off rough, and I apologize for that, we are learning more and more about stuff.
I think so. We got new televisions.
Yeah.
So
I'm actually pretty happy with this.
Yes.
Setup and the 2-shot thing, you know.
Yeah, it works.
Guest,
Yep.
you know,
Yeah, so it's
good. And of course, Thick Man.
Thick Man, yes, yeah, he's back,
Man, yes.
and he's bad.
Yes.
We need some music for that. I think some special Thick Man music. Although we could just people at home imagine what he's dancing to, and maybe if you're in the comments, just drop us a line of what you think.
I like the fact that he's dancing for Scott.
He really is, yeah, yeah. Although I mean, he's getting closer to you that time, but no, he seems to mostly prefer dancing for me.
Yes.
So anyway,
I think that's enough of Thick Man.
Yes. So no more Thick Man for now. Okay. So listen, we've been at this for a little bit, and it's been a lovely conversation. But I think it might be time. Yes, I think it's time to move on to an oily stuntman, Crash Corrigan, and the Undersea Kingdom. So is that okay? You want to watch that with us, Paul?
Sure.
Good. If you'd said no, that would have made the next 20 minutes really awkward. So.
All right, well, here we go.
So here we go with the Undersea Kingdom. Yes. Yes.
Hopefully it's not too loud. People can hear us over it.
Yeah. A Crash Corrigan,
Corrigan,
Nat Levine. And of course, he comes out here and ding, 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 ding with his big metal hat. Yeah.
I still have no sound. I'm hoping everyone else can hear it.
Can you hear it? You can't hear it? Maybe see if
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Should be fine. For...
Oh dear. Okay. Maybe see if that ding 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 with his big metal hat. Yeah.
If other people are happy, everyone else
that's
can totally fine.
Can you hear it?
I can pretend to understand what's happening.
Okay, well, all right. We'll
should
give
be
it a
able to
try.
hear it.
Yeah, well, then we'll make up things that they're saying and doing. They're coming through there's a lot of horses in the Undersea Kingdom. I just thought I'd mention
for an
that.
Undersea Kingdom, this is
Can
very
people in
above
chat
ground.
Yes,
hear
okay.
the video?
So here's the
please let us know.
Juggernaut. The Juggernaut strikes.
And there's Daft
Oh,
Punk
look,
again.
early Cybermen.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I always said.
Unga Khan, cruel tyrant of Atlantis, insane with desire to rule supreme in the world. Yes.
He looks annoying. Chef Boyardee, as I always call him.
Sharad,
Okay.
high priest who fights to save Atlantis from destruction by the vicious tyrant Unga Khan. That's the other guy. We got people commenting?
Yeah, Sakes and Petra are in chat.
Oh,
Are
cool. Hello.
Some of our regular viewers. It's always
Yes.
nice to see you.
Good to see you. Professor Norton, scientific genius, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, Diana, she's so plucky.
She is plucky. She is the plucky writer.
She's the pluckiest.
Yeah, so plucky.
Oh, she finds plenty of action, but Inga.
If you know what
Billy
I mean.
Norton, who's
Billy Norton.
disturbingly wholesome.
I don't understand why they let small children stow away on things.
He smells like
And
milk.
Do you remember Trek to the Stars?
I do. We were going to kill that kid. We always kill a kid in that show.
Hey, it's
Really?
Crash Corrigan.
There's Crash Corrigan. He's like always a bit topless and oily in this. Unless there's...
Yeah, a whole lot of horses in wrestling.
Yeah.
What is with the helmets?
Okay,
man,
this
I
is-
love that tri-fin hat,
Yes. Is
and
that...
I want it so
Yeah.
bad.
Okay, now is that...
We've got
Okay.
to get to the throne room and help Crash and Diana.
Hi, Billy.
You go ahead. I'll be with you as soon as I hide these two men.
What's
Yes.
what he's doing? Oh, that's some weird bondage crap going
Yes,
on right
it certainly is. Yeah, if you know what I mean. Now...
there. Sorry, Starbucks is closed.
Prepare the transformer.
Oh, yes.
Okay, you can tell he's an emperor because he's wearing a pope hat.
Yeah, they're preparing the transformer. They're going to mess with her brains. That's what the transformer does.
But she's a plucky reporter. You
I
can't
know.
mess with her brains.
I love Daft Punk.
Yeah. Around the world, around the world. Yep. Yep.
Obviously, they only have front vision in
Yes,
that model.
good. Thank God they don't see... Oh. Is he going to get inside the robot?
Grab his interocitor.
Yeah.
Grab
That's
it hard.
Yes. Is he taking the gun?
Fine. Czechoslovakian engineering.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh, let her out! See, this guy's got a belt with all the controls.
Oh, see, that's smart. Don't, you carry it with you.
Yeah.
This
So they're
is-
transforming her mind. Oh, that's Crash. See, that's what he does. He crashes.
He crashes into things.
Isn't this how Dr. Manhattan was made?
Pretty much, yeah. It's
Yes.
exactly the same. Exactly the same. Oh, there's the...
he
no!
hit the Hitachi stereo deck.
Oh no, she's being transformated.
Oh, gas.
No! Oh, kid,
Who-
yeah, you gotta use
Who cut
that...
the cheese in the booth?
Yeah, use that cheese grinder.
What the hell is that? Is that a theremin he's got?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Stand back. Stay where you are.
Shoot them! Shoot them!
Shoot them!
Shoot them! Shoot
What are
somebody!
you waiting for?
Oh no, she's being...
Oh!
Get back.
All right, there we go. Whoa, those are some
Yeah.
kick-ass special effects.
Turn off that machine.
Kill them all, Billy. Kill
Yeah.
them
Let
all.
the girl in.
Yeah.
Come on, Billy, be the hero
Will
that
she
Crash
be-
Corrigan never could be.
Exactly.
Right. Then burn the place down, Billy.
Jesus, yeah.
Oh,
Let her out.
oh,
Oh man.
surprisingly,
Has she
I
been
feel
has
good.
she been transformed?
Me, Billy.
Who, Billy?
Now she's gonna strangle him or something.
Probably.
Am I still
Are you
plucky?
all right? We'd better get out of here.
I like
Oh.
that nobody's trying to wake up Crash.
No, no.
Crash and your father.
That's what you get for vaping, Vicky.
He'll help you get through and then bring back help. But Billy, you. I'll stay here.
Billy,
with Crash
you?
and hold them off with the atom gun. Hurry.
She's got a great buzz going.
Yeah, she does.
I'm just gonna go back.
That's
in the
like
booth.
basically that's just a big hot box.
Yeah, just 5 more minutes in the booth.
Yeah, so she's going to get Crash.
Is that Crash? I can't tell.
There's no time to talk. We've got to get.
I think that's the other guy.
Get past the guards at the Imperial.
Wait, there's another guy?
Yeah, there's a guy who came with them on the boat, and he tried to kill them all, but they let him live. I don't know why.
You know,
Well,
when I watch this, my mind kind of flashes to there had to be a time when there was, when they showed this in the theaters in the 40s, no, in the 30s.
Yeah.
There was a theater full of bored, confused kids. Just
Absolutely, yes.
I don't. This isn't Flash Gordon.
But it was probably half full of them and half full of like aging homosexual perverts who were all about Crash Corrigan.
Well, yeah.
Sorry.
There's a lot of men wrestling in this.
Yes, it's a lot of. There's a very
nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it
It can
necessarily.
be very erotic, actually.
Yeah, but there we
oh,
go.
bondage.
There
time.
we go.
There we go.
Look at them run.
Men tied up.
Oh Jesus! What are they gonna do?
Just,
Now
what
it's
is
a
this?
backdoor pizza party.
Macho
man.
man, yeah.
I got to be a macho man.
Just a day at the local YMCA.
Yeah, it's fun to stay at the YMCA.
You know,
Oh, there's knocking on the door.
now you have to remember, this is in Atlantis under a water sea dome.
Yeah,
I'm still expecting
yeah,
Aquaman
see-
to show up.
yeah. Oh, there you go.
Whoop, fling. There goes the
And
rubber
wrestle.
sword. Don't,
Yeah.
Don't bite my hand.
Yeah, I'm still with all the helmets and stuff. It's still hard to tell which one's Crash Corrigan, which one's the other guy.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
They really are.
Oh, and of course they have seahorses.
Oh yeah, a lot of seahorses in this. I think there's a legal requirement to have horses in these things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Horse jumping.
Horse thieving, horse
Yeah.
wrestling, horse rustling,
Yeah. Horse
horse violating,
horse peddling.
horse peddling,
Horse
horse thieving.
horse salad.
Ah, the Canadian Mounties.
Yes.
God damn it. I'm so
Yes.
patriotic.
Yes. Crash
Hey.
Corrigan of the Mounted. Dun-dun-dun.
Oh, this is the part where Kirk comes out and he fights the Gorn.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Pretty sure it's the exact same spot, actually. Yeah.
We're left to wonder what happened to Billy and Crash Corrigan.
Well, Billy is back there with a gun pointed at people.
I will be very disappointed if they're not all dead.
Yeah, or tied up at least.
Yeah, I think so. Probably some kind of bondage thing with that gang from before.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
And Billy is disturbingly getting into it.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just watching him kind of like with a bead of sweat.
The Tesla truck.
Yes, it's the Tesla truck.
Hi, I'm Elon Musk. I bet you can't break this.
Yeah.
I've seen those in the distillery. They deliver food.
Sweet. With those robots?
Yeah.
Zoink.
And now the world's crappiest Doctor Who episode.
Are you kidding? They've got more special effects than
Yeah.
the original Doctor Who's.
Yes. Those are basically really large hand buzzers, you know, the kind of thing you do with a handshake?
He's touching his chest.
Oh. Oh, these guys
The
are
hell
the
is
comic
this?
relief part of the crew.
That's not how you pound a rock.
Is he playing the saw? Is that what's going on there?
Still better than Nickelback. Well,
Explositator?
Explositator.
Why don't they use the explositator to, like, get out?
Oh, they
They
got a
put in a
talking
labor
parrot.
camp and all that.
That's dynamite. It's not explosinator. Yeah, I'll just stamp on it. And run.
Run!
Take the parrot!
Oh, there's... Is that the parrot doing that?
Okay. What's happening?
Oh
What-
no, they're gonna die from the explosinator. What about the parrot?
What are they doing? Why aren't they running?
Why are they sitting next to the goddamn dynamite?
You better hurry. Be quiet. I got an idea. Get to work.
Is this comedy?
Yeah.
Let him sitting gun. I'll do it.
Oh, now they're gonna blow up the guard.
Let's frag the lieutenant.
Sit there.
Yeah, okay, this is like Nom, man.
What about OSHA, guys?
Yeah.
OSHA
Is
regulations.
this thing gonna catch on fire?
I smell burning dynamite. You're all gonna die. Oh God!
They blew his ass off.
Oh my God! He's dead. That's not funny.
It's kind of fun.
Extremely funny.
Now, if that was a real parrot, it would be like 30 miles after that
Yeah,
explosion.
that's
It
true.
was just
Yeah.
like, fuck this. Take off.
Prisoners escaped
one-eyed
before they reached the
motherfucker.
city.
Yeah, he blowed up real good
Got the
sakes.
juggernaut there and chased us back. I'll report that to His Majesty.
Oh. According to His Majesty. Yes.
His Majesty Chef Boyardee. Now you see, those one fit hats suck, but the triple fit hats are awesome, and I swear I'm gonna make one.
Okay, is that Crash? Okay, Crash was passed out all that time.
There's so many muscular men, I don't know.
Yeah, I know, it's hard to tell.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, it's the Three Stooges.
Do you know how to work that reflector plate? Sure. Then take a look
Come
at
on, Billy.
and see if the coast is clear.
He's got to work the reflector plate somehow.
Shoot him in the bread basket.
Oh, now they're gonna hang him. Sweet.
Ah, the new Panasonic
There are
widescreen.
a lot of black ropes coming up the elevator.
Black robes, okay, it said black robes because they didn't. Yeah, that's not what it sounded like, but
Is that a 4K monitor?
I think so. Yeah.
Come on, Ken.
It's the new Sony
We
Trinitron.
must go.
No, I must complete my master's work.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been messed with because in the Super Bong.
Yeah, he's. Whoa.
Whoa, Master.
Oh.
Look at the eyes.
Master.
Guys, this bondage, it's not really getting me.
Yeah.
What
Aha!
the hell is that thing?
It's a hand buzzer.
Looks like a marital aid.
It is that too. Yes.
Now we're going to do your colonoscopy, Mr. Costner.
Yeah. Yeah.
I swear, he looks like John Wayne from The Conqueror. That
It pretty much
the guy
is.
tied up in the middle.
Yep.
Hey, mister. Here, I'm going to cross the street with you. You have to come. No, this is for a Boy
Here we
Scout
go.
badge.
Oh,
Here,
see.
come on. No,
Yeah, come
but
on.
I don't live that way. What?
I don't.
Okay.
Is
Daft
it-
Punk is following us.
It's mashed potatoes night, isn't it?
We get out through that door.
Yeah.
God, I want that hat.
Oh, no.
I want that gun.
Oh
I want
no!
that hat.
Oh,
Because he got messed with in the head brain.
cross.
Now to run out of the retirement home.
Oh
Under the
no!
Khan's influence.
Off to Denny's.
He's still under the Khan's influence, like
Yeah, I guess
Genghis,
so.
Unga, or Shaka.
Well, all those cons knew about mind control.
That's true.
You know,
That's
there's
true.
Khan from Star Trek.
I know, and
put the insects
yeah,
in the ears?
and you know,
Khan? And Shaka
you know,
Khan.
Shaka Khan,
John,
let me love you, Shaka Khan.
Yeah,
Let me love you. That's all I want to do.
That was mind control.
That was mind control.
That
That's for
was,
sure.
was a great.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true.
Not many people know that about Shaka Khan, but it's true.
I
She
have
is-
a
Oh, don't make that salute. Don't. That's no.
Oh, that is just.
Yeah.
Oh.
This was made
Yeah.
in the 30s before America got involved.
Yeah, Hitler was still cool.
Yeah, Scott, don't say that.
I have to stop
Scott,
saying that.
Damn it.
I'm sorry. Hitler
He
was
didn't-
never
he didn't
cool.
mean that.
So
Hey,
remember,
kids.
children,
He's had
Here's
several head
here's
injuries.
your lesson for today.
Oh,
Hitler
boy.
was never cool.
Yeah.
We must show their spies no mercy.
Chef Boyardee right there.
Hey, when did they get Vincent Price?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like a third-rate Vincent Price.
Yeah, get me a Vincent Price wannabe.
You know, like a Vincent Price who's from Scarborough. Don't
Oh,
do that.
it's-
And don't kneel when you do that.
Yeah.
Friend of Crash Corrigan.
Hitler sure let himself go, didn't he?
We left him in the Khan's throne room with Billy and Professor Dorothy.
Oh, yeah.
Check out that dome hat.
Yeah.
Build rocket motors.
Yeah. She's explaining the whole. You still can't hear this, Paul?
No, not
Okay,
a
well,
word.
she's explaining how they were trapped in the throne room and that stuff because he's the leader of the good guys, goodish guys. They sentenced Crash to death twice, and then then they had a trial by combat, and he won. But that's the bad guys with their Tesla truck.
But our commander.
Why does he have Oscars on?
Oops, sorry.
Well, I mean, you know, like it's because he
I-
used
I
to
don't
be
think-
somebody. He used to be a contender
I'll blast the hinges off.
instead of a bum.
Yeah.
Does he know how this disintegrator works? He doesn't know how it works. Maybe the kid can do it. Oh.
Master.
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 Damn your eyes. Too late.
Too late.
Still under the influence of the transforming machine.
Yay.
Now choke me, Daddy. Ooh,
Yes.
what the hell?
Oh.
Here's the one at the base of the cliff.
What did he say?
Is there something at the base of the cliff? Oh, the base of cliff.
Yes, let's rappel.
They're gonna zip line.
All right,
That's it, yes.
zip lining is fun.
Billy, you go first.
He's gonna.
Well, I can't.
Now-
Come on.
I'll drape you over the line and use you as the slide, okay?
After a while, your guts will lubricate.
and fall out. Oh, this is no work for a loincloth. Oh, don't tell me he's going to cross it like a flying
going
goddamn
to-
Melinda.
Yeah,
Yes, he is.
Yeah, right.
Well,
With a kid on his back.
I think he was a stunt man, and he specialized in monkey work. Apparently, dressing up like a monkey. So I guess this is part of that.
This is how
somehow.
the Lindbergh baby was kidnapped.
I think so. Yeah. Maybe that is the Lindbergh baby. That would explain a lot.
I'll get millions for this. Ooh, the latest Nikes.
Sweet. I want those
Those
shoes.
are nice.
Actually. Yeah.
Just great
Squeezy.
green screen work
Yeah.
there.
The shoes.
Well, they used rear projection back in the day. There was no green
Yeah.
screen.
Because there wasn't. Because green didn't exist
Yeah.
as a color.
That's right. It's only black.
Oh
What
no!
the hell was that?
It's a space suppository.
Oh, they hit him direct, and he did nothing.
Yep. Man, those space suppositories were blowing things up
Oh, that
before.
felt
Now
good.
they're just Oh
Bye-bye.
no!
The end of Corrigan.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, good luck there, Crash.
That was the end of Corrigan.
Poor little
So,
bastard.
but I think there's episodes after this, so it's probably just going to be a bunch of episodes of them just looking down and shaking their heads.
Sorry about the audio problems there for you, Paul.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's quite all right.
Yeah, we'll work that out in future things. I
I
really
got to
know.
make a couple of jokes. I'm happy.
You
Indeed.
did, and we got to explain things, I think, and I think we did good.
Now,
Man.
if we have any new people in the chat, we would love to get a new follow this evening.
Yeah.
We're just getting things off the ground.
Yeah. We've got new televisions to live inside,
Yes,
so that's good. This is where the big bucks are coming from.
that's right.
Because I personally, with my other channel, subscribed with my Amazon Prime free subscription thing. So I think that made us like $1. So sweet.
Sweet.
Yeah. So if any of you have a free subscription and feel like throwing it our way, you could. Or, but we're very happy just to have you here and watching the show and commenting. And if you like it, and follow us for more of this amazing content.
Yeah, and we're going to see where the show goes. We've been talking a lot about doing comedy nights, and or guest interviews.
Yeah, or
and stuff
maybe
like that.
we might even do a game show or something. We have a bunch of ideas.
All sorts of ideas.
So Paul,
Yeah.
you've been our playwright in residence for this particular episode. As you can tell from the elaborate set that we built behind you. So if people are interested in you on the intertubes,
I'll
where
post the link again.
where do they find you?
Yeah, I gave Dan a link earlier to
Okay.
my YouTube page
And
Awesome.
I posted it again just now.
Awesome sauce.
for Creative Empath Productions. There are currently three plays up there.
Okay.
I will be after July. Well, I have to wait until July because the next play that I'm working on
Mm-hmm.
is in the Rogue Festival Theater.
Oh.
Rogue
What's
Theater
that all
Festival.
about?
Excuse me. Sorry.
What's that all about? The Rogue Festival. Theater?
They're doing an online festival.
Okay.
Neat.
Cool.
And they had they asked for script submissions.
Okay.
They picked another piece that I wrote called Last Call,
Okay.
which, surprise, surprise, is very metaphysical.
Oh.
We'd like to see that one.
I think we would like to see that when it's done. Now, you said something about a dive bar being part of it,
Yes.
or in an earlier conversation that you were not privy to. The audience. At
Yeah,
home.
it all takes place in a dive bar called Purgatory in
Okay.
a little unknown town called Zionsville in Indiana.
Oh, okay.
And it is it's populated with well, I guess I could say a drunken angel, a scheming demon,
Nice.
a disenfranchised war of the Four Horsemen,
Oh, sweet.
Cool.
and attending bar is death.
Sweet. Okay, well then that sounds like something we need to see. So you're gonna have to do that. Send us a link. Now, this Rogue Festival, I'm assuming that everyone in the festival is actually a rogue from Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes,
Yes.
I am
sure.
playing chaotic neutral.
Sweet.
I'm a half elf.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll to detect traps.
Good. I stabbed the darkness.
Sweet.
Yeah. Oh, those were the days.
Those were the days, my friend. So yes. So they can find you there. Do you tweet or anything like that, or is it mostly you do that stuff through the YouTube channel these days?
I do most of my stuff through the YouTubes.
Okay, cool, man. Then people should check that out.
Definitely.
So as we said, there's a link in the chat here to that. We'll post a link on our Facebook page when we when we are done this this broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us, Paul.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll definitely have you on again, and we'll work on the audio problem. Sorry about that, but
no worries.
It's a learning process.
Yeah,
and
this is actually one of the best shows we've done now, technically.
Yeah, technically. Yeah, the past two shows there was audio echo,
various issues.
I should have realized that we needed.
This is the new normal. There was the old normal, the old new normal, and then the new normal.
Yeah.
There's the various normals, and there's going to be a post new normal after this.
Of course.
Yes. So anyway, thank you for coming, Paul. Thank you for coming, the audience, and I hope you guys are doing well wherever you are. We're gonna sign off for the night. Do you have anything to say to the people?
No, just keep taking care of yourself, monitor your health, monitor other people's health, and keep checking our channel because we are planning stuff. We try to do at least a show a week, but we're gonna aim for 2.
Yep.
And we're gonna do more comedy, have more excellent guests like Paul on.
Yep.
And eventually, I think we'll get all of our former guests together.
Yeah, to be in like a
sort
giant
of
kind of like a Zoom mosh pit.
Yes, there are actually a couple of guests that we do have to re-interview because unfortunately Twitch didn't save the thing.
Twitch didn't save stuff, and we didn't download them fast enough, so they've been lost to the ether. If you saw those episodes,
but we had a lot of technical difficulties with those shows. So those are
we're going to do a do-over. Yeah. But that means you'll get to see some of these folks again. And if you saw the previous episodes, there'll be updates on what they're doing now. Yes. So yay. And thank you so much again. And I guess we're gonna head off for the night. So just because you wear it on your head doesn't mean it'll get you through college. And have a great night, folks.
Thank you, Paul. Have an excellent evening, my friend. All right, cheers.
See ya.
Cheers.
All right, have a great evening, everybody. Much love. May your God or your gods go with you. Cheers.